I do not count Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi among humans. They were the anomaly. They were a glitch in the matrix. They are not doing what normal human beings are doing.
Kylian Mbappe was recently unveiled to the Santiago Bernabéu, and it was the biggest unveiling in Madrid history since, Cristiano Ronaldo's unveiling in 2009. But the question now is, can he match Cristiano Ronaldo's impact on the pitch? I am Anishilowo, Jimmy Anishilowo. This is Crossfire, and I'm here with Tunde and Tosin to discuss this. So, Tunde, do you think that Kylian Mbappe can match Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy at Real Madrid?
No.
Well,
plain and simple, no.
Wow.
And that is not. I like Kylian Mbappe. I think Kylian Mbappe is the best player in the world as we speak. Forget whatever is going on with any award. As we speak, he's been the best player in the world for like the last 3 years. Even when some people were collecting the award just based on pension, we all know. We all know this is the best player in the world. But he's the best player in the world among human beings.
Well, wow.
Whenever I have a personal rule of thumb, whenever I'm discussing football, I'm comparing players, I'm talking statistics. I do not count Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi among humans. They were the anomaly. They were a glitch in the matrix. They are not doing what normal human beings are doing. For context, Ronaldo was signed by Real Madrid in 2009 as a 24-year-old, similar to Mbappe's age now. They paid about 90 million euros to sign him, 80 million pounds in 2009, world record fee at the time. He stayed 9 years at the club. In those 9 years, he played 438 games. He scored 450 goals, 131 assists. Won La Liga twice, won Champions League 4 times. They had not won the Champions League for over a decade before he joined. Won Champions League 4 times, won 3 Super Copas, won Club World Cup. Countless more individual awards. After all of what I've just said, they now still sold him for 100 million euros. After 9 years, where he became the club's top scorer of all time, one of their top assist providers of all time, one of the most successful players in football history, not even in Real Madrid history. They now still made a profit on him. That's the single biggest investment in football history. To ask anybody to even come close to that is ridiculous. Like, it's simple to like. Do you want him to be God? How? No, it's simple to. It's an unrealistic ask to expect Mbappe. If Mbappe does half of what Ronaldo did for Real Madrid, he has already become a successful signing. If 9 years later, Tosin might be in prison, but if 9 years later you are still alive and well,
Amen.
We have a conversation about Mbappe, and I'm able to tell you that Mbappe has scored 250 goals for Real Madrid. Mbappe has assisted 70-something assists. He has won La Liga, won 2 Champions League. Literally half of what Ronaldo did in 9 years. That is success. 250 goals for Real Madrid is success. How many did Benzema score? How many did the club legend Raul Gonzalez? How many did he score? So, like, don't be talking. I will never disrespect Cristiano Ronaldo. When I see topics, I already know where it is coming from. It is from people that can only think from the prism of stanship.
Wow.
I don't. If I call it.
That English was just.
It's people that
the English is big.
Their brain is one-dimensional.
Wow.
Can only see things from stanship, because that's why this is a deliberate attempt to try and muddy Ronaldo's legacy and say what this Real Madrid is not that special that anybody can do. If I ask him now, he's sitting across from me, shamelessly wearing the PSG jersey. If I ask him now that can Lamine Yamal equal what Messi did at Barcelona, he will tell me that I'm crazy, because even me too, I know it's a crazy thing to say. So how are we asking anybody to do what Ronaldo did? You know how many people have played for Real Madrid? The obese Ronaldo, Raul, Beckham.
No, you need to just call him obese Ronaldo.
Di Stefano. Hundreds of world-class players. None of them can say they've scored more goals for Real Madrid than Cristiano Ronaldo. None of them can say they were more impactful. None of them can say they were more clutch. None of them can say they were more unstoppable than Cristiano Ronaldo played this. We're talking about the top 2 players of all time. I agree that Messi is the greatest. Cristiano Ronaldo is a close second. You are talking about the second greatest player of all time, and you are asking if somebody can. Stop it now. If I would much rather ask how Lamine Yamal can catch up to Messi because Lamine is still 17.
Tosin, same question. Do you think Kylian Mbappe can match Ronaldo's legacy at Real Madrid?
As a professor, let me just break it down to the basic understanding. Can Kylian Mbappe match Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy?
Yeah.
It's highly unlikely, but it's not impossible. And let me explain why I said it's not impossible. Because Messi's legacy and Ronaldo's legacy are different. Messi played majority of his football career at Barcelona. Ronaldo has a Sporting Lisbon legacy, however small it is. He has a Manchester United legacy, has a Real Madrid legacy, and obviously a little bit at Juventus. Yeah. So matching Messi at Barcelona is a little bit much more difficult. But Ronaldo's legacy, it looks very unlikely. But if anybody can do it, it has to be Mbappe. When you look at it contextually, like, because people always talk about like, oh, Cristiano Ronaldo, he had a. I don't look at things from, which is what I say. I don't look at things basically just from the statistical point of view. I look at impact. You understand? And I look at impact on winning and losing. So when I look at the 9 years that Ronaldo played at Real Madrid, there are some things he won. Obviously, there are charity cups. You understand, like the Supercopa Hispana. He has about 3 of them. He has a couple of. I think he has 4 Club World Cup titles. It's nice, but the 3 major trophies. Let's look at it contextually in 9 years. Right. The 3 major trophies you bargain for at the start of every season. He has 4 Champions League titles. He has 2 Copa del Rey titles. And he has 2 La Liga titles. We have 2 plus 2 plus 4. That's 8. I can guarantee you that there is a very high possibility that the 3 major titles which I've mentioned, which is La Liga, Copa del Rey, and Champions League, there is a very good possibility that Mbappe can actually surpass that. Those 8 major trophies. And if he does that, because if he does that, there's no way he's not going to score. He may not score at the efficiency that Ronaldo scored at. But at the end of the day, if he's the most pivotal player in attack, obviously alongside Vinicius Jr., and he contributes his average goal percentage, which he has done all of his life, which is not far behind of what Ronaldo has done. You understand? Ronaldo has a goal every game for Real Madrid. Kylian Mbappe has about 0.8 technically, which is like a goal, 2 goals in 3 games, which is not bad also. If he is able to do that and usher in a dominant era for Real Madrid, especially in La Liga, because some of us who are Barcelona fans, we know the history. There was a time Real Madrid were at 31 titles and Barcelona were at 16. You understand? All of a sudden today, we are at 26, they are 34. So we know that there was a time whereby in terms of La Liga, we couldn't even smell where Real Madrid was. But obviously, under the stewardship of Frank Rijkaard, was able to steer us in a good path. And obviously, Pep Guardiola took it over. And ever since then, we were able to at least dominate La Liga for a couple of periods. And we pushed in that direction. And for the Champions League, Real Madrid has always been the standout team in the Champions League. Real Madrid has always been the creme de la creme. I don't think nobody has double figures apart from Real Madrid.
Why was La Decima a thing?
La Decima was it, which at the end of the day, is Cristiano Ronaldo, does he have the most Champions Leagues in Real Madrid history? Is he the most decorated? Does he have the most Champions League in Real Madrid history? No. So even the Champions League that you may want to use as an argument, he doesn't have the most. If Kylian Mbappe is able to get at least, because I always tell people that you win, the most difficult title to win is your league title. And if Ronaldo went to La Liga and he won 2 La Liga titles in 9 years, let's be honest with ourselves. 2 La Liga titles in 9 years. Because Champions League is knockout football. Especially because even before they now introduced, they cancelled the away goal rule. Some of us who are aware then that we know that you can play good on a Tuesday night the last week and go on the road and play bad on it and you're out of the competition. That's just how the way we've seen Real Madrid time and time again. Obviously, they'll say it's the makeup of the team, is the reputation of the club. Some people like us will say it's devil's magic. Whichever the case is, you just see that late goal come in the 91st minute. I don't know how it comes. I don't know how it goes, but it goes in. So, knockout football and domination in league is different. If Kylian Mbappe is able to win, let's say he plays 9 years, he's able to win 5 La Liga titles, and he's able to win 3 Champions League. Then you can compare his legacy to Cristiano Ronaldo. And that's why I do not see it as impossible.
All right, back to you today. Since we are still on the matter of legacy, how does Mbappe's the team is about to play with in Real Madrid, How do you think it compares with the team that Ronaldo played with?
I don't think it compares at all. I think that Mbappe has a significant head start in terms of he's playing with a much better team than Ronaldo came in to Real Madrid with. I know some fake historians will come and tell you about whatever, call Gareth Bale and all these things. But people don't know Ronaldo joined Real Madrid in 2009. Gareth Bale joined Real Madrid in 2013. It was 4 years after. By the time Ronaldo joined Real Madrid were struggling. Ronaldo joined a Real Madrid team that was struggling. They signed not only Ronaldo, in that summer they signed Ronaldo, they signed Kaka, who later turned out to be extremely finished. They signed Benzema as well. It was he had a great time at Lyon, but he was not carrying Benzema when they signed him. He was just a promising player. So in terms of like people that would come in and have an instant impact, it was on Ronaldo and Kaka, and we all know how it went for Kaka. So it was basically all on Ronaldo. Ronaldo's first La Liga Clasico in November 2009. They started Marcelo as a left winger, started Ronaldo as a right winger. And Gonzalo Higuain, who you as a Messi stan, you know, I don't need to tell you about how Higuain and useless are synonyms. Gonzalo Higuain, they were playing, the likes of Arbeloa, Royston Drenthe, Diarra, and co. That's the team. That's the team. They signed Xabi Alonso that year as well. So like Ronaldo came into a team that was chaotic. They were still trying to figure things out. And he led them into an era of dominance. He led them into, by the time Karim Benzema needed like 4 years to finally come into his own. So by the time Bale came, he had now started to gel and they now became a thing, BBC. But those first 4 years, Ronaldo had to scrap, had to fight against the machine of Barcelona, Pep Guardiola, Barcelona, Messi at his peak, Pep Guardiola at his peak, and he was fighting at them with Marcelo playing as a winger, Arbeloa playing Fabio Coentrao. So it was not an ideal situation compared to what Kylian Mbappe comes into. He comes into a team that are literally champions of Europe and La Liga. A team that literally lost 2 games the entire season, and both losses were to Atletico Madrid. He comes into a team that everything is set. A team that has already proven that we can win without you. We have won without you. We just need you to. It's greed. It's basically greed. It's greed that doesn't want us to have. It's just come and be the cherry on top so that we can finish this Barcelona thing finally. Like in about 5 to 10, Barcelona like not existing. That just made out of the mind. So like it doesn't compare, in my opinion. Mbappe has the significantly better starting point. They both joined at the same age. Ronaldo was 24, Mbappe is 25 now. So like if you are comparing then what was going on in Real Madrid 2009 and Real Madrid 2024, you can see that one of them clearly has a upper hand. That's in mind. Even with the upper hand, you will not still meet that legacy. That's all I'm going to say on this.
All right. Tosin, same question to you.
I'm not going to allow Tunde distort the facts. You understand? He made a lineup of the team that Ronaldo lined up with in especially other obviously Pellegrini, who was the coach then, Ronaldo's first coach. If you recall that season, how many points did Real Madrid? Some of us who are actually we watch the La Liga is actually our bread and butter. We don't use jam, we don't use Nutella. We use this bread and butter. But La Liga is basically our bread and butter. That season, Barcelona finished 3 points ahead of Madrid, 99, 96 points, if I'm correct. And you look at the makeup of that team, because a lot of people will always say that Ronaldo did not have quality players. And it's something that I think I need to debunk. When they brought in Karim Benzema, who literally just won 5 Ligue 1 titles with Lyon. No, it's the simple truth now. It's 5 Ligue 1, typically a less talented Karim Benzema, a less talented Kylian Mbappe, because Kylian Mbappe has not yet won the Champions League. He has been dominating Ligue 1. I think he has 5 Ligue 1 in 7 years also. But Mbappe, Benzema at the time, I think won 5 straight. One of the most coveted strikers in Europe. They brought him into the team. They brought in a World Player of the Year, a Ballon d'Or winner. That, you know what? Let us accompany you with a talented midfielder. You understand? In Kaka. They had obviously a Sergio Ramos, because these are the same people that will tell you, oh, Sergio Ramos is better than Piqué. They will tell you that, oh, Mesut Ozil is better. This guy sat across of me, opened his mouth, and said things that even the 7 dragons in here are afraid of. That Mesut Ozil is better than Iniesta. Said it on this show. Now they want to. He was just playing with plumbers and carpenters. He lost over the era.
2009.
He didn't join in 2009. He didn't join in 2009. I know what he didn't join in 2009. He joined in 2010. But I'm saying that like a year apart. You understand? He had that. You see how they were hailing Pepe at the Euros. Pepe was on that team. They will say, hey, Pepe, legendary defender that used to come into midfield and disturb Messi. He was on that team. Now they are trying to minimize his impact. He was not really that. He was just there. You understand? We work for Ike Casillas. Well, how many goalkeepers in the history of world football? Because they will say Valdez is a pomo. Valdez does not know how to keep. Valdez does not know how to keep. But they will still say, that team was not really good. They had, how many goalkeepers can you say in the history of football are better than Ike Casillas? They always try to minimize people's glory to bring up Ronaldo. That is the way they do it. That is the way they will always minimize. Wherever Ramos was not really that good, Benzema was not really that, Kaka was a Ballon d'Or winner. They will always try to minimize the glory. For the history books and some of us who understand the history, we will always recognize that Ronaldo was surrounded with talent. Some of them even turned out to be Ballon d'Or winners and the rest and the like. So we are not going to come here and now diminish the caliber of players that Cristiano Ronaldo played with just because there's a possibility that Mbappé might catch up to that glory. We're not going to do that on this show.
Well, Tunde and Tosin have given their takes, but now I'm throwing the question to you. Do you think that Mbappé can match Cristiano Ronaldo's legacy at Real Madrid? Let us know in the comments below. I am Anishilowo, Jimmy Anishilowo, and this is Crossfire.